It's odd. Every time they would go to sleep, they would enter this alternate universe world that they didn't even know what it was. Love triangle. With everything back to normal as it has been, was great. And one evening, Vixina sitting on her back porch, smoking a J, and drinking a short glass, half glass, with Jack and Coke. Getting pretty relaxed, but she was just enjoying the evening. And the whole time, sitting in her chair, she'd been staring at that trail. Arkina had walked out, and she looked at her and then the trail in the woods, and went back inside, stopping at the door, taking one more look at the trail. Then her as she closed the door and went back to soak in the hot tub for a bit as her muscles were still healing and were sore. But while lounging in the hot tub, couldn't shake what was so interesting about it, that it had Vixina's attention for so long. She'd been sitting there for an hour, motionless and speechless, just drinking her one half glass and smoking her J quietly, sitting Indian style in the chair, as she usually does. She shook it off, just began to raise and erase her achy joints and clear her mind. At least for a bit anyways, before retiring an hour later to retrieve a fresh hot cup of coffee. But as she was stirring and looked towards the window by the door, she'd seen her standing in front of the entrance. Chapter 3: Emotions and Unplanned. Mystery trail of the trail as that struck her odd enough as she put the spoon down, sipping, and walked up to the porch, just watching her. And there she goes, Ark thought to herself, exploring her property. Well, if she don't return in an hour, I suppose I'll go looking for her. This should be fun, as she says out loud to herself as she sits there and drinks her coffee. But when she went to set her cup on the coffee table, she saw her half-smoked J. Oh, well, you don't mind if I do, especially if I have to go looking for Miss Mystery Pants over yonder. Ha 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 ha. A half hour had went by, and she was feeling pretty energetic and curious, like an energetic kid wanting to explore, as she stands and says, "Well, we're leaving Kansas, Toto." "Oh, that's right," scratching her head. "I don't have a Toto. I'm gonna have to get me one of those." As she walks off to find out what Vixina's been up to all this time. As she walked, her cell rang, and she answered it and stopped momentarily. "Hey, asshole!" "What do you mean?" "What do you mean, what do I mean?" "I'm playing Alice in Wonderland, walking down the trail behind her place as she walked in almost an hour ago and hasn't come back out. Searching for your girlfriend." Oh, she's not. "So, y'all are just friends with benefits then? Okay then, if that's how you roll. Look, I don't got time to play Princess Tea Party with you right now. I have to look for your piece of ass." Click. Men, I swear. as she yells out her name and only hears birds and trees swaying in the breeze. Why is there glitter everywhere on the trees and logs? This is. Am I fucking tripping right now? I swore a monkey just tried to talk to me a moment ago. I'm definitely tripping. Did I really talk to my brother, or was that a trip too? As a soft, faint whisper of a woman's voice blows across within the fog on the trail. This forest opens your mind and heart. What the fuck? As she looked around, as she sees Tank standing in the mist, but when she closed her eyes and reopened them, he was gone. Whoa, this is some good shit. Damn. Yeah. As back at the ranch, as Deidre had came by to see how the girls were doing and noticed the door was open, but they weren't there, as she had to use the restroom, so she used Vixina's in her private bathroom, and after she finished, she went to wash her hands. She saw something that made her eyes huge as she grabbed it and put it in her purse and left the house in a hurry. Meanwhile, back on the trail, the fog started picking up and getting thicker the further she walked, until it all dissipated away and vanished as she came to a clearing with a huge 48 by 48 lake. Clear in view, the water clear as crystal, and the most beautiful blue water you have ever seen. As she walked out with another J in hand, lit, stoking on it, while her eyes huge as ever, standing at the lake, looking next to her, 10 feet away to the left. You're a fucking unicorn. Acts erratic. Unicorns don't exist. Oh my god. I am so tripping right now. As she turned and looked again, and it was gone. What the fuck, dude? As she looked and scanned the area, she'd seen nothing. So she says, screw this, I'm going home. Fuck her. All to tell him. Fuck her all to hell. I'm out of here. For sure. But as she retreated from the trail, Vixina was sitting in her chair as she was. At this point, Arkina was for sure she was going completely mad, as her bro looked sitting next to Vix, looking at Ark like she had a few screws loose.